Welcome, Mr. Dean Elliott, to Parts Talk. And
Thank you, Chris.
I'm sure you have a lot of stories to tell us tonight and to share your experiences. How did you start out being a part of the dealership environment, right? And I'm not going to babble a lot. I'm just going to kick it off and get right into it. So, Dean, please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself and how did you become a part of the dealership family?
Okay, well, my name is Dean Elliott, and back in 2008, I was told by an acquaintance about a dealership that was looking for someone, a facilities manager, to assist them in improving their dealership.
Right.
At first, I didn't really take him seriously, and I said yes, I'll send off my resume. He gave me all the details, and I didn't send it off.
Okay.
And he called me, I think a week after I said I'd send it off. I says, "Listen, man, the people asking me about you. Why you don't send you haven't sent your resume yet?" I actually sent it. I would say that it was the day after I sent it, I got the call and got invited to an interview.
Okay.
At that interview with the managing director and the HR manager, I was told about their vision for the dealership and what assistance they needed.
Okay.
Of course, the usual questions about my qualifications and experience.
Okay. But I wanted to go a little bit into that part. What were your qualifications and experience at the time before they decided that you were the right person?
Okay, well, I'm a mechanical engineer, but for the up until that point, having returned back to Jamaica after working in the oil field for 10 years
Okay.
in the Middle East.
In the Middle East.
Yeah, I basically got involved in facilities engineering and management.
Okay.
So commercial buildings and the systems, the air conditioning systems, and all different systems involved in commercial properties.
Yes.
I was familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
Refurbishing, construction, all of that is where my expertise lie.
Okay.
So I was I was the kind of person that they were looking for to assist them.
Okay. Yes, with that wealth of experience,
Yeah.
especially on the international markets and
Yeah.
being around, well, mostly based on an expatriate type of work scenario. So the wealth of experience, I'm sure they wanted someone like you.
Yeah. My first impression of the dealership, the physical machine, wasn't a very positive one. It was rather rundown, and it just didn't look the part.
Okay.
They told me that since acquiring it, they had come a long way,
Mm-hmm.
and they wanted to go further. So I could only imagine what it looked like before.
You're talking about the overall appearance of the dealership itself.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. So they've done a lot up to the point that I joined, and like I said, they told me that it had come a long way since they took it over.
Okay.
So basically, I was tasked with trying to bring it into modern times, and by that I mean the company or the brand had certain expectations in terms of how the dealership should look and function.
Right.
And it was difficult in that you're trying to adapt something old and to what they want in terms of flow and look.
Okay.
So it wasn't an easy task. I mean, You know, if you
Right.
had,
You're talking about
if you had a blank sheet, yeah, if you
you're
had a
talking about
blank
an
sheet,
old building, old
yeah,
facilities, old look. It would have
yeah,
probably easier to just knock everything down and and rebuild from scratch.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Uh, um, actually had a couple of visits to dealerships in South Florida to see what they look like and what they, how they're set up to
Yeah,
give us some ideas.
right.
And we did bring back some ideas, which we tried to implement. We had to modify them to actually get them to work at this
Mhm.
dealership.
Right.
Mm. Um, the flow of the the workshop, the traffic going through the workshop to the different stations and so forth. Workshop, car wash, body shop. That flow of, you know, a car coming in to be serviced. I mean,
Mhm.
even that was difficult because the space was ample, but where the actual driveway and access was,
Yeah.
wasn't
Wasn't adequate enough.
wasn't
Okay.
ideal.
Yeah, because the at the time the dealership was growing, but the space to accommodate the growth was not there.
Right, right, right. So it was a challenge. Um, as you know, I spent almost 3 years there
Okay.
and left. I don't know what improvements they've made at that location.
At that time. But
Yeah.
what I want to do is to go
Since
into
then.
details about some of the well, at first I want you to go into details into some of the improvements that you made, right? Just to highlight them if you can recall.
Yes, pretty much one of the first tasks was to create some offices off of the showroom floor.
Okay.
And if you remember at the time, we took some of your space because you were there, and we encroached on some of your space.
Oh yes, yes,
And
the warehouse, the warehouse, the wall was knocked back,
yes,
yeah.
yes. If I remember correctly, you were already challenged with space, so
We
you
all
weren't
were. We were
hesitating.
trying to, do the
Yeah.
best we could with the
Uh-huh.
limited resources. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. So we did that. We took that space. Um, we at the same time, or we were finishing off the canteen. We built a new
Yes.
canteen.
I remember the canteen. The canteen,
Yeah.
yeah, a brand new canteen was built for the staff and also
Mhm.
for the customers who would like to come in and have something to eat while they wait. Yes.
Yeah. And we did basically slowly but surely refurbish each department. But in the parts department, we did
Yeah. Yeah,
some
we
work.
modernized. Yeah, we modernized the flow of the parts department where the offices were
Mhm.
concerned, the front counter, the rear counter, everything. Yes, yes, quite
Mhm.
quite quite a number of work was done. A
Yeah.
complete overall of the layout, everything was done, and this was partly in due to your leadership at the time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And the one that I liked the most was that automated car wash. I don't know if anybody else in Jamaica has one to
I
this day.
remember. Yeah, we
Uh,
were both of us were deeply involved in importing that car wash and had it
mhm,
installed. Yeah, I
mhm,
remember. Yeah.
mhm. Actually, I'll never forget. It was during the Tivoli incursion
Mm-hmm.
that the guys from the States were due to arrive, and they called me and they said, "We hear there's something going on down there in Kingston. Is it safe to come?"
Yeah, yeah. The
And
famous
we had to,
the famous
you know,
Tivoli incursion. Yeah,
we had to be honest and say to them, "Listen, just stay where you are until
give you the
we
go ahead to
contact
come. Yeah,
them." Yeah.
but apart from those achievements, which a lot of people are still benefiting from, what were some of the
Mhm.
challenges you had when you were trying to get some of these improvements going?